And so that is very important for us to understand the idea of what God is providing to us in that. But the question was, when should someone think about getting married? It did not say, the question was not when should a person get married, but when should a person start thinking about getting married? And I want to tell you that it should start at a very young age. And many have culturally created um, what we call traditions and things of that nature, whereby that is accentuated. Particularly, we must understand that God said, train up a child, Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they're old, they will not depart from it. Trying to tell us, even as a youngster, uh, to teach our children the things that are right and appropriate for not only procreation, but continuation. It is self-sustaining. It is God-honored. It is a fruitful practice that God is telling us, instructing us, and giving us great design for us to be blessed by. And so that's what we have to understand when we allow ourselves to walk in godly wisdom as we deal with this particular life matter. And so that's what is very important and is essential for us to grasp hold of God's counsel. And so that's why we do that. But as we not only look at that, but then here's what we see in Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Let me tell you what it says there when we want to get to the idea of when should I think about marriage. Well, one of the things that the Apostle Paul says in 1 Corinthians 7, and we'll go to that later, but here's what I want to say in reference to the design, reference to how God has already decided to bless us. And so when you go to Hebrews 13, it is pretty clear in that I'll start with the first verse because we'll get to the fourth verse. Let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. Remember them that are in bonds, and as bond with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. In other words, we ought to allow ourselves to understand the feelings of others who are going through hard times. And we ought to couple ourselves with that and have empathy for them. But verse 3 then says, marriage is honorable in all. He's talking about God's design of marriage now. Marriage is honorable in all of those fulfillments of those type of things that your body may crave. Marriage is honorable in all of your sexual desires and fulfillment. Marriage is honorable in all. And the bed, he goes right to it specifically. The word of God does not shy away from life matters. And the bed undefiled, that is in marriage. The bed is undefiled in what? Holy matrimony. But in other cases, the bed is defiled.